Hello guys, welcome to Called Out Creatives. My name is Raphael Ule, and in today's tutorials, I'll be teaching you guys about the basics of Adobe, from the home page to the interface, and how to import, make cuts, and also add transitions to your clips. I mean, those are the basics. So without further ado, let's dive right in and see how to do this. Let's launch our software and click. Oops, yeah. Just crack some knuckles. Yeah guys, so this is your home page, and when you launch Adobe are so kind, they get to tell you welcome, like welcome to Premiere, they say. Welcome to Premiere, they say. So this is what you get for your home screen, and as you can see, there are many options. Let's just go through them quickly, and let's start from down and we go upwards. So over here you see Adobe Premiere Rush project. Now Adobe Premiere Rush is the mobile version of Adobe Premiere Pro. It's an amazing software, one of the best mobile editing softwares out there. You should check it out. And open team project, well, and new team projects are for people who are working in teams. You know, their media is stored on cloud, and you know, they work on teams and collaborate remotely. Yeah, so that's what you use Adobe Premiere open team project or a new team project for. Well, for home, this is home. Yeah, this is your home page. That's why it says welcome to Premiere, they say. And then the very two options that we're going to be dealing with most importantly are open project and new project. Now quickly, under the recent tab, what you see under the recent are your most recent projects. You know, when you open the projects you've visited a few days ago, maybe 9 days, 10 days, they are all saved under your recent. So you could just go on and click here and then you've opened a new project. But for someone who is just starting out, maybe this is your first time launching the Adobe Premiere Pro software, you have new project and open project. Now open project is opening an existing project that you've saved somewhere on the drive. Could be an external drive, could be your computer drive, and when you click it, it takes you to a file directory. You get to choose where you saved your projects here, and you click it, and when you click open, it opens the project for you. New project is for opening a new project, as the name implies. It's for when you want to start out on a new project. So you click new project and it's going to bring you here. You have a dialog box. On the dialog box, what you get is project name and location. Under project name, it's allowing you to give your project a customized name. How do you want to name your project? And I'd advise that you use a name you can recall. Maybe a name that is tied to the project. Don't just go on and probably you're in a haste and then you type in anything, and well, when it's time to open your project, you're not going to be searching for GCC, GC, FGC, FGC, FGC. You've got to give it a name you can always remember. And under location, you get to choose where you want your file saved. So where do you want them saved? Do you want them saved under documents, downloads? Now Adobe by default creates a file path for you, which I would advise you save, or have a custom place where you save all your project files, just in case. You don't want to skim through all your documents on your computer looking for a project file. And so for this tutorial, we are going to name this Adobe tutorial. Oops, what was that? Tutorial 4. And we say, and then we say create. This is your Adobe interface, and you can see it has different tabs, windows, different options, and a lot going on. And I recall the first time I opened my Adobe Premiere Pro software, I was like, what are those? Yeah, and quick one, your interface may not look like this. This is the software when it launches, and if for any reason your interface doesn't look this way, all you need to do is click here, and you can see it has different options. Now what Adobe did was to curate workspaces for you to make your work easier. So if you're like, I love to use the editing and the essentials. Vertical is for editing your 1080 by 1920 clips. Let me click it so that we'll see what it does. Vertical, and it switches, and you can see it moves everything around. It now brings your project bin here, your project bin here. It moves your program monitor here. So to make things easy, it adjusts it to fit your 1080 by 1920 monitor. And let's quickly go back to editing, and you can go on and click and try all the different tabs here to see what they do, but they are self-explanatory. We'll go back to the editing tab. The source monitor is like a preview monitor where you get to preview your files. So let's say you're importing a large clip and you don't want everything ending up in your timeline. You get to preview it and select certain chunks. Like let's say you select from 1 to 5 seconds, you select from between 15 seconds to 20 seconds. I'll be demonstrating how that works in a few. And so under effect controls, well, Adobe are so good, what they did was to allow you control your effects, like the name implies, effect controls. What does it do? When you apply an effect and you want to adjust maybe the duration, you want to customize the effect to suit what you want it to do, you come to effect controls. Audio clip mixer allows you to make certain adjustments to your individual clips. Metadata gives you the information of selected clips. Now let's go to the next monitor, which is the program monitor. The program monitor is like your preview monitor where you get to see what you're doing. When you add an effect, when you make a cut, when you join clips, this is where you get to view now the timeline, which is your workshop. I call the timeline a workshop because this is where you're going to be bringing in your media for some surgery, some work. You cut, you join, you add stuff, all the effects you're going to be adding, you're going to be dragging them into your timeline. And over here, you get to see your project. Under project, what you do with project is to import and add media. This is where all the files you're working on come in. This is where you save them. You import and organize them right in this space. And then you have the media browser. Media browser allows you to go through your files from within Adobe. Graphics templates, but we'll talk about that in detail in another tutorial. Graphic templates are where you save your lower thirds. You have probably have lower third presets. This is where you save all of them. And well, library for Adobe Library, your creative cloud library. I know you can't wait to import clips and start making cuts and adding transitions, but one important tab I want us to look at is the effects tab. And if you can't see your effects tab, all you need to do is click this arrow here and there it is, effects. Let's say for some reason you can't find it here because it happens. Let's say you mistakenly close this panel and you can't find it. Where are your effects? And you can't find it. What to do, or what you should do, is come over here to window, and I'll be explaining some things about this very place, this very tab very soon. You come over to Windows and then you click here, effects, and boom, you have your effects tab. Another way to do it is to hold Shift 7. When you hold Shift 7, it automatically opens your effects tab. Now under effects, you have presets, lumetri presets, audio effects, audio transitions, your video effects, video transitions, legacy. Legacy are effects that were used on older versions of Premiere Pro, and so they all put them together in a folder and call them legacy. And then, well, I have my personal presets that I've used over time, I imported, and they are all there saved in different folders. And you can notice how Adobe organizes everything into folders for organization, which is cool. So one important thing I forgot to show you guys would be the toolbar. Now, these are your tools here. These are like, remember I said the timeline is like a workshop, and these are your tools. You've got the selection tool, you've got the track select forward tool, you've got the ripple edit tool, you've got the razor tool, you've got the slip tool, you've got the pen tool, your rectangle tool, basically your shape tool because it changes. And I'm going to show you guys how to do all of that. And your hand tool. Now these are the tools you're going to be using to tell your story in your workshop. So guys, that's it for part 1 of our introduction to Adobe Premiere Pro. And I really wanted to keep this video short so as not to get it so boring. You've learned what does what, and you've seen what the interface looks like. Go on, browse through it and familiarize yourself with the software, with the interface. And in the next video, I am going to be teaching you guys how to import your footage, make cuts, and add transitions. Thank you.